So it has been officially 1 week since the last episode of Dragon Ball Daima aired, and I don't really know how to feel because on one end I want to be happy that, not necessarily happy it's over, but just like happy it happened and that I was able to experience, the things that I experienced with the show. Now, you may be asking yourself, what do you mean by that? Well, what I pretty much mean is just that seeing, first of all, how beautiful the show was and just how nice and amazing the animation and art style looked, especially during the last episode after like the epilogue of like the episode where it was Goku, Bulma, Pamzi in the shot. Like, that animation was honestly like stunning, and I do believe if there is a part 2 of Daima, I do believe, or at least I at the very least would hope that they use that animation and slash art style going forward, because that just looked absolutely stunning. And just overall, I'm happy in the direction the Dragon Ball series is going into, because I just feel like for a time, well, I don't know, Dragon Ball has these things where like it's like an off and on thing. So it's like when it's on, like sometimes it's alright. Like with Super, like there were lots of ups and downs with it, like when it comes to the animation, the art style, even the story at times with certain arcs just being not as cohesive and just overall good in general compared to other arcs. But Dragon Ball's been on a little run lately, We got the manga coming back, Daima just finished, Sparking Zero. So, us Dragon Ball fans have really been eating, this past the latter half of 2024 and then into 2025. Like, we've honestly been eating very, very well lately. So, as a lifelong Dragon Ball fan, I'm just super excited in the direction the series is heading into. And I should have made a video about Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I may do that. I don't know. It really just depends on how I feel. But I will say this about Super Saiyan 4. People just need to, and just Daima as a whole. So people just need to, or should I just say need it, because Daima's over. But I don't know. I don't like the way how people, and I know like this is not my place to be saying this, but I just don't like how people were consuming the show, because how I took the things that happened in Daima, I'm just taking it for what it is in the show itself. Like, I'm not trying to bridge continuities and be like, oh well, since Daima started, it's not making Dragon Ball Super make any sense, it's retconning everything this, that, and the third. Like, no, bro, like, just relax, bro. Like, this whole Daima stuff is just so, like, when it, like, the Daima controversy, when it comes to the continuity, it's just confusing me so much, because I never once have, well, not once, but I haven't seen this many people complain about continuity in Dragon Ball this much. Like, since when did Dragon Ball fans care about continuities of series and how each series bridges into the next one? Since when did Dragon Ball fans care about all of this? Since when? Since when? Like, it just doesn't make, like, it's just mind-boggling to me. And maybe it's just like a Twitter only thing. Like, I haven't really looked at any more conversations surrounding the continuity outside of Twitter. So maybe like in YouTube comments, or like, I don't know, like Reddit or some shit, or IG freaking reels or something. Maybe the conversations are slightly different, but what I'm seeing on Twitter is just a bunch of people complaining about the continuity. Super Saiyan 4 canon, oh my gosh, but in Battle of Gods, Goku said Super Saiyan 3 is his highest form. Like, bro, like, chill. Like, just consume the medium for what it is. Like, just like, I don't want to say, like, turn your brain off, but turn your brain off. Like, just vibe, bro. Like, this was Toriyama's last project, so I'm just, hey bro, I'm just rolling with the punches. That's just how I'm taking it. I'm just taking it for what it is, being happy with the product I received, and move about my day. Like, I'm not trying to do all these X's and O's and trying to like how the freaking police investigators be, where they have like the map and they're trying to like map the different evidences, and like, I'm not like, no, I'm just watching the show, enjoying the beautiful animation, the amazing voice acting,
and just going about my day. With that being said, them making Super Saiyan 4 canon was freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. However, I will say, I think I do enjoy... I'm not gonna lie. Okay, first, before I say that, they hold Vegeta. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if this is too much of it. Excuse me, oh my gosh. I'm sorry if this is too much of like fan service, but bro, never should have did the same thing to Vegeta. I don't care. And I know Goku said that he technically trained for the form, so it's like he had it in him, but he just couldn't tap into it. I get it, but never should have pulled some strings and gave Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. I needed to see fusion. And that is one thing I will say about the last episode is why even introduce the fusion bug if you're not even going to use it? I will say that is, you know, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me, but it is just kind of odd how you introduce this concept, but then you never end up using it. Like, I would have at least thought that Majin Ku and Majin, what was the other one? Majin Ku, Do, and Arnitsu, I thought they were like gonna use it. That would have made more sense to me, to be honest. But I don't know. I needed to see Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then I needed to see Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Like, it was like we had, like, it was all there. Like, it was all there. Like, we had the Supreme Kai bum ass. We had Goku Super Saiyan 4. Never could have pulled some strings with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. We could have gotten that, like. And that is kind of gonna go into my next complaint, which is like, how did King Goma die? Like, or he didn't die, but how did he get defeated like that by Majin Ku? Like, I'm not necessarily, well, I am kind of mad he got the last hit. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. It was just so like sudden to me. Like, and I know they had to set up the next Demon King. I get that, but I don't know. Just in my opinion, I feel like they could have gone about it a better way. But that's just my opinion. And sorry if this video seems like just all mumbo jumbled around. Like, this is no script. This is just me just freeballing from my brain. So if anything seems out of order, or I said I was going to address something, but then I ended up just completely talking about something else, then my apologies, really. I don't know. I'm just, you know, just speaking my mind. And I just believe that people should just take Daima for what it is as its own thing, instead of trying to bridge all of these different continuity points. And because I don't know, I feel like that just ruins the experience, because you're comparing it to, like, you're just comparing it needlessly, in my opinion, instead of just enjoying it, you know, for what it is. So yeah, I feel like that's gonna cap off my video. If there's any, you know, questions, comments, or concerns, you know, you have about this topic about Daima, leave it down below in the comments, positive or negative. You know, I prefer any type of engagement, so I mean, I don't really care. But with that being said, take care and peace.